Hello, I'm Audio. This is my glorious channel. Are you ready for one of the best parts in Daibanchou? Because it's happening, I think, in this part. I mean, I shouldn't really hype it up because I'm not positive. You know, I gotta look at my guy's health and stuff. I know Rogue is fine, and that's what matters the most. But, I mean, I've gotta see. It should be good to go, though. And, I know that we see Kamui and Kyouichirou here a lot, but that's because for Kyouichirou, it's a big deal, and you know, it's like Kamui's source of power, and I mean, I guess in a way it's Kyouichirou's too. That's, you know, he got the B ability for the shadows and shit when the hellhole opened, but it's totally different. You know, it's not. Oh, he's explaining it. You know, he's explaining it right here, so I won't do it. But this might be the part where we go and finish off the Nightmare Eyes in the beautiful showdown deathmatch dealy. Love it. Which means it'll be a longer part if I do that. And, I mean, the only people that I know can't really fight are Mario. Mario's the only one who got fucked up really bad. And Heita might still be wounded. So, I mean, I've got to see. But this is likely the part where we're doing that. Of course, you'd know by the title. I mean, I don't know because it's still happening, but whatever. Anyway, this is Kyouichirou's sister. Yeah. I don't know. I like these kinds of scenes because I've got a younger sister that I get along with rather well. I guess we don't share any interests, but you know, we don't hate each other, so that's cool. I mean, none of my friends, well, a couple of them have sisters like that too, but I'm glad that I'm on good terms with my sibling, you know? Feels nice. So these kinds of scenes are cool. And Barai, actually, the boxer from the beginning of the game, he's got Emoto stuff too, you know, like he's doing stuff for his younger sister. Kyouichirou is doing stuff for his younger sister. And it's kind of cliche, you know, but I still really like that a lot. So it's cool. Works out for me. I can relate. But there we go. And I guess we'll go to Kanagi again. And boom! Sorry, I move my face so far away from my mic when I clear my throat, but I know that it still picks it up. It's just, you know, I guess it can't be helped. I guess it can't be helped. I tried harder that time. Anyway, whatever. Next turn is income calculation. That's possibly the worst fucking time possible for that. But I'm gonna be oversaturated anyway, because I'm gonna go do the event here. Actually, let me. Oh my god, I didn't mean to do this. This doesn't matter to me. Oh my fuck. Whatever. I didn't know, like, I've never clicked on this before, so I didn't know that you can see what your current debt was. I guess I'm really not on top of things. Anyway, yeah, I did not mean to click that. I did not want to click that. I wanted to look at my troops and their health, but I guess I know that I'm good to go. So showdown, Camilla, here we go. We're going in, doing it. I love this part of the game. This is like the Demon Army Blitz for me. Oh shit, you hear my throat? Let me clear it. There we go. Ugh, I'm loud. Family hates me. But this is good. This is good stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna let you hear the music in this too. So, you know, I gotta figure out how to do that. I need to. I guess I'll just have to improvise when the time comes. You know, I can't really. Whatever. And this is Kunagi. This is when she goes missing. You don't get to use her for the dungeons. I overestimated, or over-anticipated. I thought she'd be gone for like a couple overworld battles. That didn't happen. You know, I forgot. I forget. Stuff. So, yeah, Pram is like, oh yeah, I can totally deal with Kanagi on my own. I'm such a badass. He can't do shit. I mean, he's like, when you fight him in the deathmatch, is that spoilers? Shit. No, you should see that coming. You should see that coming. He can one-shot Kunagi. And he probably will if I try to, you know, I mean, his hit's high enough. Kunagi won't fucking dodge that. You know, I know that from experience, baby. I know that from experience. So, That's funny. When you get a game over like that at a, you know. It's like one of the coolest parts of the game. You got this awesome music playing, and you're like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm awesome. I'm fighting these bad guys, been hyping this up, wolf-fanging these nerds. Oh, yeah. Kunagi gets one shot. Fuck everything. Your climax is shut down immediately. That's probably the worst feeling in the world. Yeah. But, Pram wants to, like, you know, I guess... You know, he wants Kunagi's power. I don't think he's really specific about how he is planning on going about getting her power, but, you know, Pram is one of the few people in this game who knows about the Tenro and Zanma bloodlines. You know, like, I said it a very long time ago, but Roga and Kunagi, and Go as well, because, you know, Go and Roga are the same blood. They all are part of a very, very powerful ancestry, so... A few people know about that. Pram is one of them because he's been around forever, and Kamui's another. You know, and Go knows about it. Roga doesn't. Kunagi also knows, so. But Roga doesn't know about that shit, and that's kind of why you don't, I guess. Because you're mostly Roga. You're basically Roga in this game. So yeah, this dungeon's cool. It's not very hard. You have a couple options, and you want to take advantage of them. I'll go over what they are. So you know. But I like this part of the game. You know, like the NPI's got a dungeon, and it's cool and whatever, but it doesn't feel the same way, you know. The NPI dungeon is nowhere near as cool as this dungeon. And I'm assuming, because they're both vampire, they both have gray skin, that they're also both short range, so Kendo's gonna go to do that. Kineko could actually... go for that. Actually, Tamari would have been helpful here. He really would have been useful here because he could scout for me. I didn't think about that. I don't really care that much. Tomoka's gonna go for her aura dealy. Let me see. Toma's gonna go... I'm fielding a lot of really strong people for this because you kind of need to. I don't think I can switch them out as I go along here. So that's what I'm doing that for. Kyouichirou can go as... well, I probably won't use him much. But yeah, this track leads into the one that I was talking about. It's just so fuck awesome. It's called Terrible Beat, and it's got like 4 or 5 different versions, and they're not versions, they're all just like one built-in thing. I mean, I'll explain these fights. I mean, what am I supposed to explain here? Look at how easy that was. So I'll explain the harder ones as it moves on. But the songs in this game, like the overworld battle theme, you know how it was different for the school and for this place? It's the same song, it's just broken into 2 pieces. It's the same for this song, and, you know, it shows up several times. I just can't really explain it. You know, I can't make music out of my face, so I can't explain it properly. But there are 3 segments of this song throughout this dungeon, so listen closely and you'll hear them. You can pick up when it changes. So there you go. But yeah, you fight the Daibanchou in here, and it's not like he's hard. I mean, it's worth noting because it's a unique fight, I guess, but I'm still just gonna one-shot all of them. And I guess you are able to switch your units up, so it matters even less how I deploy. Like, it's still so ridiculously easy, and I'm still gonna send in mostly the same people, honestly. And I will always send in Tomoka for this because of her, you know, her tactical command ability, which is really helpful. So that's what's up there. And I mean, fucking Kanata gets an attack bonus against these, and it's just a joke. I don't know if, like, I think these other cats are just friends of Daibanchou. They're not, you know, like the first time I fought here, I thought they were duplicates. I thought he just made a bunch of duplicates. But I think they're other, you know, individuals. They don't really go over that. He just calls them Suicide Meow Squad or whatever the fuck, and they go in, and you one-shot all of them like that. I don't know what they do. I don't think they do anything. So, whatever. He goes to my prison now. And I'm probably just gonna release him or something. I don't know. He's one of those people that just sits in my prison, and I use him as like an interrogation buffer in case I get other people that I want to do stuff with. You know, because if you have someone that you interrogate, they disappear, or you recruit, they're in your army, or you release, they're gone. So you can't sit there. Like, if you have someone in there, like the Daibanchou, that you can just keep trying to recruit and he keeps denying you, that's a good idea to do that. But this is one of the options in the dungeon. It might be the only option, actually. They're like, hey, you want to check out this door or not? Well, I've never not checked it out, so I can't give you any input on what happens there, but checking it out gives you a lot of extra shit, so you want to do that. I mean, you have to fight one extra battle, so you check it out. You check that shit out. It's a cool door. Basically, it reveals to you what's going on. And I mean, I don't remember exactly what it gives you, so I don't want to go over that, but it has a lot to do with, like, Pram and his manipulations, and recruiting Camilla, and stuff like that, so you want to do this. But, yeah, you get attacked by, like, bookshelves and shit, and it's whatever. You win. Again, it's not hard, so... I mean, unless you start out this showdown with really busted up troops, you're gonna be fine. So... And of course, Go is the guy who finds the important stuff in here. So yeah. But they explain a lot of stuff here, so... Yeah, if you know what happens when you don't explore the door, tell me. I'd be interested. Of course, it's probably on the wiki. I may as well go look. The Daibanchou wiki is very good. Somebody's done a lot of hard work on it, and it's pretty flawless. Yeah. All the shit's in English, and Go mocks Roga for not being able to read English. Whatever. Yeah, they learn English in Japan, but it's still shit. They learn English, but you know, they know English pretty badly. They know English better than I know Japanese, but just barely. Just barely. In Japan, they learn Japanese English, you know, which is a fucking sentence with 50% of the necessary words left out, and they can speak Japanese English with each other. They can't speak American English with each other. That's how it works. But yeah, you know, you get an extra fight. You don't have this fight if you skip the door, and it doesn't really add that much more. I mean, if you can't deal with this fight as well, that's not good. You're not where you should be in the game. Unless, actually, I didn't think about it, but if you're fighting the Nightmare Eyes first, and you don't have a whole lot of units to go around, it might be acceptable for you to miss out. You know, it might make sense. So, I didn't think about that. Yeah, it has a lot of evasion for whatever the fuck it is. Just go in, Daigo, handle it. He can take the hits. I'm not too worried about it, as you should know by now. Yeah, I'm not using his ability in here either. I don't see a use for his ability, like, ever. I said I'd use it one time, and I will. I don't know when that is. But, yeah. God, she dodged that, too. Why is she so cool and so hot? I mean, fuck. Tomoka's, like, one of the sexiest characters in this game. I just gotta say it. She's so, like, hot. I don't even know, like... I could use any other word, and I would just say it over and over. Is that okay? No? Gorgeous woman. Yeah, I haven't even used Kendo. I just keep sending her. I should be using her. What am I doing? But, yeah. Oh, this music. I love this music. I mean, this song in particular is kind of like... It's the best track in the game. Like, what it turns into. Way back in the school chapter, when I did battle with Akito, it's that track. It's that version of Terrible Beat, and it's so good. Ah, so good. But, yeah. I mean, they don't tell you explicitly, you know, about the manipulations here, but they basically allude to it heavily, and... I mean, very heavily they allude to Miller and Camilla and Pram and... all of that shit, so you should be able to pick up on it if you've got sense. I did. Yeah. So you'll see here as it goes on. I don't really have anything else to say about this dialogue scene. Up next, though, we do fight Miller. Not her, you know, you don't fight Miller, you fight her bats. She just doesn't ever do anything. Like, she's so worthless. I mean... Yeah, but you don't find out about someone manipulating Camilla, like, unless you... Well, unless you're in Kunagi's route. I mean, and you open the door, I guess? Like I said, I don't know what happens if you don't open it, but... As far as I know, you need to do this to recruit her. So, that's how that goes. Because, you know, otherwise they don't know that, you know, they think Camilla's still the bad guy, and... You know, Roga doesn't kill her, but she's still allowed to be killed. You know, so Roga's not the bad guy in the situation, but... He's never the bad guy. It always works out for him. But yeah, I think it's just maybe 2 more fights. Maybe 2 more fights in the dungeon. I'm not sure. And yeah, they still don't know where Kunagi's at, which is important. You know. She's strong. She can look after herself, so I wouldn't be really freaking out. But, you know, I'd still be concerned as, you know, she's my primary love interest. But, you know, what else can Roga do? He can't just stop everything he's doing and go and look for her. He's kind of got to keep dealing with this. So. Oh. You hear it? Yeah. Yeah, you do. The best track in the game. Starting up. So good. But, yeah. You get attacked by bats, and I mean, it's like, that's kind of whatever to me. The track doesn't work with the bats, because the bats aren't a scary force. You know, I could fight the bats in real life with no problem. So, you know, still good. I don't know, I just want to not talk and let you enjoy the music, because it's so good. And like, Shade is a god. He really is awesome at this. He's so good at making music that fits. I like it. He's always done that in all the games that I've played. And I mean, it's so important to me that I've got to neglect fucking Miller, of all people, and talk about it. Like, listen to that pickup. That's so good. Oh my god. So, yeah. Then you gotta take out 3 bats, and you're like, oh shit, no, seriously? Oh no, not 3 bats. It doesn't even matter, like, this is not hard. Toma can go again. I'm using up a lot of stuff here, but that's because I'm saving Roga mostly for the last fight, which will happen in here. And you're gonna want to do that too, mind you, that's important, you need to do that. But, actually, Heita can probably take out all 3 of these things. I don't know where his attack power went up from. I've never character cleared the guy, actually. So, he's just innately pretty good. And I still didn't use Kendo. Fuck. But I think there's one more fight. Otherwise, it might be going straight to the deathmatch with Camilla. I don't remember. And Miller runs away. She's gone. So. Well, she's not gone now, obviously, but she goes. You don't do anything to her. You don't capture her like the Daibanchou, so. Yeah, but, I mean, you can't even pity her. You cannot even pity Miller. Like, she's just so shit. I don't even feel bad for her. To be totally honest. I mean, I can feel kind of bad for Tomoko when she's the PGG, but not Miller. You know, not Miller at all. She's gone, though. And I guess she has wings. You know, it said in that scene that she had wings, so I guess she really is a full-fledged vampire. I mean, I didn't think that she was. I thought she was just kind of a human thinking she was a vampire, which I think that's what I still think that's what they say she is. So. But yeah, Go knows what's up with Roga, which is cool, you know, and that's another thing. You know, I said that I liked the Emoto dealio with, like, Kyouichirou and his little sister, Barai and his little sister, but I also like the older brother caring for the younger brother, too. It's just like sibling camaraderie. I like that a lot. So, I don't know. Games that have that, stories that have that, are automatically way cooler, to me. So, yeah. But Pram here, he's got Kunagi bound somewhere. Like, I don't know. I imagined it was on, like, a wooden plank or whatever the fuck. You know. What the hell? Something cliche, you know. Pram is a cliche guy, I like to think. So, he's just being a creep, too. Like, this is his concern right now. Kunagi, are you sure, Pram? Are you sure Kunagi's your main concern right now, considering that your whole citadel is being overrun by a very large group of people? I mean, yeah. But Kunagi's got the shit under control, because she's so cool. She's boss. You know? Point blank kick throws. I don't actually know what that is, but whatever. Some Kunagi moves. She just got those cool moves. So. Yep. And, you know, I guess I'm just talking here, but the scene plays out. And oh, I guess I should mention that Pram is never a recruitable unit. You can never possess him. Something happens to him in every route, so. I mean, would you really want to? Would you really want to use him in your army anyway? No. But, yeah. And he's really old, too. He's not a kid. I think I mentioned that before, but he's really, really old. I don't know why he takes on the image of a kid. Maybe vampires can't age. Again, I don't know how it works. And this whole scene has been silent, hasn't it? There's been no music. Oh, God. So you just have my voice to keep you company. I don't like that. Oh, well. I mean, I don't have anything else to say about it. But the scene will end shortly here, and we'll get back to the stuff with Roga and them. So this is why, though, scenes like this are why I like this dungeon the most, because it's like, you know, it's well done. It's not just a dungeon where you're grinding out floors and you're like, okay, let's go to the next one, kill 5 generic guys. It's like, okay, none of these floors in this dungeon are particularly hard, but you're given story stuff with all of them, basically, and that's what's enjoyable to me. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure there's one more fight with vampires and shit, and then it's the final deal. So. Yup, and make sure when you're doing this that you save units like Kyouichirou and Roga. You save their stamina, because it's really important to do that. I guess I'll put Sane out, only so she can get experience, really. That'll be fine. Yeah, just hard hit both of these guys and don't miss. Ugh. All of my hate. I guess I gotta send in Devil Daigo. Get shit done right. I like his war cry. That's cute. But, yeah. These fights aren't hard, you know. It's just that they're, like, given to you as accents for the story. And it works out. That's how I think these games are supposed to be, you know? Like, this dungeon is the best example of how I think this whole game should work out. So, do with that information what you will. It is only an opinion, so. I mean, I guess she would be pretty intimidating. Look at all that shit that she's wearing. She's got to have a really big presence. You know? She's got a headdress. She's got a very large dress on. She's got huge nails. The room's got to be cold and smell like blood. You know? There are probably corpses laying around, and it's just creepy. It's just creepy, you know? So, yeah, but in this game, apparently vampires and the like have some kind of a aura that suppresses shit and, you know, intimidates people. Yeah. Which, I mean, that's whatever. So, yeah. I mean, they're just hyping up the scene now. I don't have, I don't have much to say. They're just kind of talking about it. Yeah. But make sure that Roga's at full health when you come here. You know, it's stuff that you need to do for all of the showdowns in the game, you know. That's why they make it an option that you need to select on the map, and they don't just throw it at you, because if Roga's got 10 health and 1 stamina, well, you fucking lose. You get a game over. So, they give you opportunities to recover, and just make sure that Roga's fully recovered, and you're good to go. It's kind of hard to have him underleveled, so yeah. You should be ready to roll. And I guess they explain the aspect of Roga's gloves that nobody knew about, but they lend a lot to his power, so that's important. You know, it would have been more useful for them to tell you that stuff later on, right? But they don't do that. It's not that big of a deal, I guess. But there are a couple death matches here. One of them, I think, is only with Roga. I think the first one against Camilla is with Roga only. I've got to see here, though. I don't recall. I never really struggled with these because I, you know, was cheap about it, and you almost have to be. You've almost got to be, and I'll explain that once I'm in the fight. So you'll see. You can't fuck around with these guys. You got a wolf fang. You pretty much got a wolf fang, at least once. Alright, she's not really that bad. Her attack's low. I don't know what the ability Vampire means. I've never really gotten that. Her hit's huge and she's got decent evasion. But, you know, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. That part's not hard. And it is a showdown with just Roga. You can handle that pretty easily, and it's whatever. It's the next one that's more difficult, so you'll see. It's still not really hard. Again, like, just make sure you've got a bunch of cheap abilities stored up. And I guess I can voice that now too. It's not really a complaint because you're free to do it how you want, but it is mostly a complaint. Like, these fights in the game, if you do just spam Wolffang, they seem kind of anticlimactic. And, you know, I'm fighting Pram here shortly, and he hits so hard. Like, he pretty much one-shots everybody except Roga, and you can't really... You know, like, all his battle sprites and everything are mostly wasted because you're going to use cheap abilities on him. So, I mean, you're not seeing the full deal, you know? The fight's not as full and fleshed out as it was probably meant to be. And there's nothing you can really do about it. It's just the way the game was designed. And it's like that for the last dungeon too, probably, because the enemies are so ridiculously powerful. You've got to use what you've got. So, but yeah, these guys decide to do, you know, their rebellion and whatever the hell when everything's already good to go, you know. Roga's winning. Roga did all the hard work. He fought against these people who chose not to help him, and now they're rebelling. Like, okay. Alright, if you're sure. But this is largely the biggest difference in Kunagi and Senna's route. It's one of the bigger differences. Camilla is stuck with all the arrows, not Miller. Camilla dies from the volley. And I think Miller dies after that too, or she kills herself. I don't remember exactly, but you lose them both here. You know, Roga can't save them, so Miller jumps in, takes all the arrows, Camilla's good to go, and, you know, whatever. That's the biggest difference for these guys, and I guess I can say it now too. Just spoilers in case you care about Senna's route, I'll say it. In Senna's route, Pram, I don't know if I've already said this actually, Pram never revives. He never comes out of his coffin. Kamui actually kills him while he's in his coffin. He's just dead before he even awakens. Yeah, you never see Pram at all in Senna's route, so that's a big difference, you know. That's kind of a huge difference. But yeah. So Senna doesn't get kidnapped by Pram. Pram doesn't. I don't think Pram even knows who Senna is. Part of why he awakened in this route was for Kunagi, I think. So. Yeah, but like this is a really weird scene because Camilla and Miller are actually siblings, I think. They're actually related. Those two are related. Camilla and Pram are not. So we're dealing with some really weird stuff. If you look at Miller's actions and behavior, we're dealing with some really weird stuff. And like, I mean, even their going out words and what they talk about is just so strange. I don't know. It's too weird. You want to blame it on the manipulations, but you don't even know what those are yet. Like, you don't even know full well who's being manipulated by who and for what. It's just kind of like, okay. All right. Awkward scene. Awkward incestual scene, you know? I mean, whatever. But this is mostly fake, too. Camilla's mostly fake here. She's not actually, you know, she's still not her. So it's weird. And I mean, Roga just kind of watched this. Like, he just got done fighting her. He just punched Camilla in the gut really hard. And now he's kind of just watching. And then he steps in, because he's such a cool guy, you know? Well, he doesn't let her kill herself, steps in. She goes to prison now. Yeah. She wasn't very strong, was she? I mean, I didn't let her attack or anything. I guess I could have let her attack Roga once. She just stretches her nails out really far. And, you know, he'll take the hit or he'll dodge it. And I guess I could have shown that, but I chose not to, for whatever reason. Just one-shot her. And these guys, I don't know. They'd probably do something terrible. They'd do something comparable to what Ren's biker guys did to Aya, right? So, I just want to kill her. And you know, I'm one of those guys who, like, even though somebody's done really horrible things and killed lots of people, I don't think you should kill them, you know? I guess I'm against capital punishment, but, I mean, even on a higher level, like, you know, like wartime leaders and shit, I don't think they should be executed, you know? So I agree with Roga in this instance. I mean, even more, you're meant to agree with Roga because you can tell that Camilla's mostly being manipulated, but I mean, even if she weren't being manipulated, I'd still agree with Roga. So, do with that information what you will. Yeah. This is the good build-up that I was looking for. So, yeah. These Hokai students, as far as they go, like, this is really the most impactful that they are. They don't have, like, a, you know, they don't have their own thing going on. They're just kind of there. I mean, they had their territories, the barbarian territories that you took over at first, but they're not significant anymore. I don't know. You know, like, this is their last great stand, and they just get slaughtered, so. Whatever. But you can see this go here. I mean, it's fairly obvious that you're going to be fighting the guy. I don't know. And it's a good fight. He's got a very cool attack, and I'll send out Heita if I have to so you can see it. I mean, how many people who've even played this game have seen it? Like, nobody. So. But, yeah. I mean, this is the first time I guess anybody's seen Pram, other than Kunagi. I mean, I don't think Go even knows who he is. I mean, he might know who he is, but he doesn't, you know, he's never met him or anything like that. Shit. I don't know, I haven't thought about a lot of those things, but they didn't leave any holes for it. I mean, Alisoft mostly gets their story straightened out, and there are no serious plot holes or anything. So, that's probably all taken care of. But Roga really hates this guy, as you can see, which is understandable. I mean, Pram is ridiculously prejudiced, right? Or he's, yeah, there. Did I say that right? I think I said it right. It's been a long part, so. But yeah. I mean, after this, the Nightmare Eyes is finished. The other territory that they control I didn't take becomes independent. And then I'll probably move on to other things. I'm going to do a lot of independent things first, though. So that's important. But, you know, before fighting the NPI. So you're like, could this scene get any cooler? Could Roga be any more badass here? I don't think Roga could be any more badass. What if somebody else came back into this scene and was instead badass? You know, you're waiting for it. But... And you know, like, Pram knows some things Roga could benefit from, but he mostly ignores it. Yeah, you know, like, Pram throws those things out, like the Tenro thing and the Zama thing. He knows, throws it out there. Roga inquires a little bit, but he mostly tells the kid to shut up. So... This is what you were waiting for, right? The scene to get just even cooler? There you go. It's good. And the death matches in this game aren't usually hard, but they fit. They fit well as a climactic thing. Instead of saying, Roga punched Pram in the face and won, you know, you get to do it. You get to do it. And I like that, so... Again, that's what I'm talking about, like before, when I say that it fits well, and that's how the style of the gameplay should be. I mean that. Even if it's mostly like a sealed deal when you go into the fight. Roga and Kunagi are required for the fight. You've got to bring them. Which makes sense. Would you choose to not bring them? No, you bring them, hell yeah. Shion's gonna come with, I'll show you her ability, and I guess Kanata can come with as well. Here you are. Shion's special. 5 stamina, which is all of it. Maxes out her evasion, gives plus 30 to all ally stats. That is really, really good, and that's why she's a good unit. So, there's Pram. There's a skill. It looks cool. That's probably the only time you'll see it. And Shion buffs everybody up really high. This is, you know, I mean, you can see his attack 66. That's pretty high. He's got good stats. He's got a lot of health, too. He's gonna survive this? Nope. So I'm just gonna one-shot him and move on. There's not much more I can do, you know. I mean, I could have attacked with Kunagi, but she usually doesn't dodge the guy. And I've fought him before when he was at a higher power level. You know, the dungeon battles scale as the turns go on, and you know, one time Kunagi was one-shot, so that's how that goes. But God, just listen to that music, though. I just can't get over how good that sounds. All of the important battles in every Alisoft game that I've ever played has had such good music. Just appreciate that so much. But he's gone. He left. He's not dead, either. So. Yeah, I wish there was more in that fight, though. I mean, like, more vampires around, or, you know, just something. There's not, though. It's just, it is what it is. You Wolf Fang, Pram, and you're done. So. Yeah, but that, Shion's ability, that's useful in a lot of instances. You can use it here. I mean, I did mostly to show you. I didn't need to use it. Though I guess Roga wouldn't have one-shot the guy if I didn't use it here, right? So, that's worth mentioning. Otherwise, though, I mean... Yeah, I'll use Shion's ability in most of the final dungeon fights when it's uplissable. But... that's the end of the Nightmare Eyes. I mean, they've still got a few more story events. Obviously not with Camilla. Except from within my prison, you know, so... But, yep. Oh, and this button, I don't remember what it does, actually. It might be, one of the buttons is mostly shit. It's like, I think it's plus law and stuff. Let me check really quick here at the end of the part. Nope, that's the one that gives 3 stamina and maxed counter. So, that's a good one. That's a very good one. I don't know who I'm giving that to yet. This part's been going on forever, so... yeah, I guess I'll keep going with it here. Let me talk to Xian again and see if it triggers her stuff. You know, why not make this really exceptionally long part even longer? And she's not going to, so I may as well just get past that without actually benefiting at all. God, income phase is up next too. Holy shit, I got a lot of stuff to do. Oh man. Yeah. Let me just look here. Everything's actually spread out pretty well. This is a territory that can use more. I'll just put Roga and Kanagi there for now. Kyouichirou. Remove Roga. That'll be fine. I already have a lot of money, as is. Just take that little bit back. Just because I can, right? And there we go. A little bit of SU. Oh, and actually they talk about the Nightmare Eyes being wiped out, and they don't seem to do anything about this. So, you know, the primary aggressors here are Wolffang, who she knows probably the best, because none of the other people, you know, you saw how Camilla treated her when Kaen came to the Nightmare Eyes. She was basically shooed away as an insect. The SU has no authority at all. The SU is basically on best terms with Wolffang, and Wolffang's wiping everybody else out slowly, which is what Kaen does not want to happen. The SU is in place to make sure that that doesn't happen, and it's still happening anyway. But, you know, I mean, what is she going to do about it? The SU doesn't really have an army. They don't really have that much of an influence. They can't, you know, unless it's the beginning of the game, when everybody declares war on you, the SU doesn't have any authority. They can't do anything. So, they just let it go. Well, I mean, she's kind of got to let it go, and she also likes Roga, for the most part, so that's another part of it. So, that's how that goes. Yeah, but my plans now are to go to Hawaii, the Moo place. Yeah, that's probably it, and then I'll just go to the NPI. Also, there's some girl who's gonna show up, and I'll have to deal with her bullshit. You'll see. I don't even remember her name. You'll see it. You'll see it. It'll be funny, probably. It'll be funny for you to watch. And tedious for me to overcome. That's how that'll go. But, yeah. The SU already doesn't have the power to do anything. They just kind of hype it up like they do, I guess, I don't know. But a lot of people should have gained a lot of XP from that, and I've got to see you guys in the next part. Whoa.